Alright, so I am Tryndamere in the top lane, playing against a Gangplank. The enemy Hecarim is... I'm not sure where he is. But the important thing is, we notice on the minimap, you see this gray thing right here? It says that it shows us the red buff is coming up. So as the red buff is coming up, we just keep an eye on what's going on the map as a whole. Don't just look at what's in front of you. We see a red buff is popping up. And turning yellow is going to pop up soon. I'm going to see if I can get there before Hecarim does. Hecarim jungle, assuming he started on the bottom side of the map, which I guess he did because the blue buff is about to spawn, means that at the 7-minute mark the blue buff is going to be up again, and Hecarim is likely to go towards it, right? I don't know what path he's going to take from here, but we expect that he'll be going towards his blue buff to reset his jungle path. And that's part of what makes this play possible. The play that we're going for is, between the time that Hecarim is going from his blue to his red, we assume he's going to be clearing out all the jungle camps before he gets there, because, you know, no one actually comes after the red buff except for the enemy jungler, right? So, Hecarim, here he is doing his blue buff. And while he's going to work his way through his jungle, I decide I want to grab his red buff before he gets here. He's on his way. I pull it into the brush. This is very important. I pull it into the brush. Hecarim comes charging by. He doesn't see the red buff. He assumes we took it as Jungle Jarvan, or the Jungle Jarvan took it. And then what happened here is, I'm guessing he saw that it was still on his minimap, even though he walked away from it. And that's how he probably knew that it's still up and knew to check this bush. And sure enough, when he's coming by, there's a Tryndamere at level 6 with Ignite, and Hecarim's dead. And now we got the blue buff. So once again, we just saw the blue buff spawning, sorry, the red buff spawning. We know that Hecarim had to go to his bottom side blue buff. We had a very brief window of time to go in there and take it. We went in there, dragged it into the brush so he did not see it, and we took it. By the time he came in, it was too late, and we killed him, and now we walked back to top lane with the red buff in our hands. And I think later on I said some things to Hecarim all chat about how I had his red buff, trying to bait him to come back towards me. But anyways, this is a strategy that is available to all duelist type top laners. If you're a Riven, a Darius, a Renekton, you can do that kind of shit against junglers that are not duelists. Hecarim is not a duelist, he's more of a bruiser that focuses on charging down squishy champions. If you catch him with his charge down, it's not that hard to kill him. And so if you're a Renekton, a Darius, a Riven, I don't know what other duelist champions are up top, maybe a Fiora, and you catch the enemy jungler, if you one, grab the red buff just after respawn before the enemy jungler makes from his bottom side towards his top side, and then if you manage to ambush him here and kill him, it's very easy to get away with. And you will, of course, be one level ahead. And yeah, so with our advantage, and now with our advantage that we got from the red buff, we drive him out of the jungle or the river, and we take control of the Scarlet Crab as well. So just one way to assert dominance over the enemy jungler as a top laner. If you love these videos and want to see more, do hit the subscribe button and use the bell icon to be notified on when the next video comes out. If you want to improve your in-game decision making, take a look through the playlist on the left, and if you want to learn some League strategies, take a look through the playlist on the right. You can also follow on Twitter, and if you want to support this channel directly, do click on the Patreon link to support this channel.